And stay down.
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございました。
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございました。
Yagami-san.
You the owner of Siren?
Yeah. Let's take this. So, I hear you're a Kamurocho detective.
Yeah.
No need. But to co-op?
Based in Yokohama?
Yeah.
You mean Siren, right? Fair enough. So you two are His real name's Kitakata. At least that.
You're trying to see if I'll give up his name.
Okay.
Well,
Such
the
as.
package.
Don't you mean?
See, I figured you'd grabbed it.
So of all things.
Yes.
Now I'm
Was your
curious.
hand-
No.
Can't shoot. Let's be.
Well, but if you really.
I can.
If that's the case, a heist. Her name was Yoko. I'd met her while trying. Do you know any?
I don't.
You're really. Do you at least?
Again.
And this flash drive's my only concrete. If it's so. Are you saying
Nah, but that's.
What do you?
I'm
Good.
That takes care of everything I have to say.
Not sure it's such a good.
Thank you.
That's why this is the safest place in Ijincho, huh?
Yep.
Yagami.
Oh, great. It's Claw Guy. You were with the Yuma, right?
They see you brought your little posse from Tokyo.
Posse. Hey, Tesso, you got this all wrong.
Damn it.
Come on, man. Who paid you to jump me this time?
These Kamurocho douchebags show up, strutting around like they own our city. Then I hear some teacher chick gets killed after a break-in. Fuckers. Someone let him into Ijincho, right? Right?
Look, I can see why you're pissed. But you figured coming after me was the answer?
Figured I could at least try beating a few out of you. Office visits ain't my style.
You gotta appreciate that not everyone plays by gang rules, man.
What I don't appreciate is Kamurocho trash. Now why are they here, Yagami?
I'd like to find that. I was
Shit, you serious? Then why's the rest of his crew here with him?
They're after a local handyman.
Yeah, matter of fact.
I'm looking into that, so the more you get in You understand then?
How's about I make you the deal of a... So long as I...
Really?
Sure, but I get to be...
You really think this...
What you're missing. So now, same rule. With me on that, brother?
Oh, this is gonna take some getting used to.
Besides, making you a brother.
Now the truth comes out.
Anyway, let me know if you get any intel on RK. Just shoot me your location and it's done. We'll give that teacher her peace. By torturing him to death.
I was just thinking of calling you, Yagami-shi. I heard Kaito-san got stabbed at Siren.
Is that true, Yagami-san? What the hell happened?
Look, I promise I'll fill you in, but right now I really need Tsukumo's help.
With what?
I found a USB drive at Kawana's hideout. It was disguised to look... We have to know what's on it.
So, Kaito-san was attacked by that Soma guy too?
Yeah. Almost got me too, to be honest.
You're saying one...
It's true. And right after, I got a call from Kawana's purported relative, who wanted me to hand over the flash drive. Apparently, what's on it will tell us Kawana's true identity and goal.
When I open it, all I see is one data.
What?
It's a video.
Damn. What's up?
Let's make it full screen.
Totally ate shit! Dumbass, so did I. Come on, Mitsuru. Quit being a little bitch. I told you to take it in the face. Alright, let's do it over again, okay? Suzuki, make sure you're getting this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna really fucking nail him this time.
Smile. Ready when you are.
Hey, get your ass back! Mitsuru! What did I just say about being a bitch? You asked for it. I'm gonna have to punish ya. Punishment! Punishment! Let's hear the punishment song, everybody! Punishment! Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Mitsuru-kun Strip Show! Stop! You little shit, did you just kick me? Huh? Too late to get tough now, Mitsuru. Show us what you got.
Don't struggle now. We want to see. We gotta get this all on camera. Aw, isn't this just the most pathetic sight?
Oh shit, he's pissing himself.
Ew, that's so nasty.
Disgusting. Oh, look at this shit. Get out of here.
These little shits are the worst.
One of them said something about Mitsuru Kusumoto stripping?
Yeah, he was solid.
He's raked. It seems we've...
And it was on...
I don't know.
Huh. Just a moment. This frame gives us a good look at the key players' faces.
Sounds good. Hey, this guy's face is familiar somehow.
Oh,
I don't know him either. Who is he?
I think I saw him at the crime scene where Mikoshiba's body was. He was with more Kuraka. He showed his ID to...
that gives us an interesting perspective. All the people in
Yeah.
this...
Uh-huh.
I feel bad for
13
me.
years. She seems to...
Hey, and maybe he...
No. Suspicious.
If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken...
I have no doubt the guy in the picture they showed me is once Ark. It came here to be... This girl recording the bullying on
Someone
her...
said her
There's
name.
another frame.
Right. Reiko Kusumoto.
You're thinking of Mitsuru... Did you forget
Yeah,
what...
you-
What...
Messed... Saori Shirosaki.
I see. That's...
Hey, Tsukumiko...
Yeah, I know. Yokosawa.
over the course... So, however...
Yui Mamiya. The victim in the horror. Sawa-sensei
Yep.
all...
Mamiya is
original... After what... They were really...
Yeah, they're living if word... Suspicious.
September 17th.
Got
Wait.
something?
I just cross-referenced the
shit.
date. That can only mean... The video may have provided some interesting connections. The link being...
Right. Or is at least a recipient of the video from the original witness.
Kuwana-san and Sawa. Well, then, as one of his.
It's possible.
Why is that?
Because of what
Okay.
Siren... He said we'll know.
Yeah,
Assuming... What if?
In that case, the one that
that's right.
The way you're talking.
we have...
This is the.
So the homeroom teacher...
Apparently, he witnessed bullies harassing Mitsuru multiple times. Yet all he did was...
It's not Kawana.
We checked the.
Mitsuru Kusamoto. This picture doesn't look like it was shot for a year.
Correct.
Sawa-sensei.
Huh. She did mention she...
No surprise.
This is...
Yet another class.
Seems like a bunch.
Yeah.
Oh,
If I'm at least no...
But the... Hey.
Worst part is that his teacher knew all he spent after.
Hold on. If he
you
was
figure something out?
the homeroom teacher,
Yeah.
if that's the case...
There's a... Yagamishi, I found it. The name of Mitsuru Kusamoto's... You were right.
Kitakata.
His real name's Kitakata. Ring any bells?
That's Kawana's real name. Soma said it to me once.
So,
I just found a picture. This is Kitakata-sensei from 13 years ago.
It's Kawana.
that's him, all right.
Yeah. Not only that, Sawa sense this is the link we've been looking.
Everything is clicked into...
So, that's what made him... He told me
For living a life.
to be a big... He said he's fine.
With simply being
Well... To get maybe Kawana... Then,
Possible.
I wouldn't rule it. Maybe they came to a Gene show?
Yes, that...
Could that mean?
You got it. We already know that
The student.
individuals...
But what?
Huh.
What make?
Well, to anyone, if it did,
Yep.
which means that... Arcade...
Okay.
Yeah.
Who'd that?
Someone in the... If she was
I
involved...
agree. So if perhaps...
Yeah.
Man.
Miko will get all...
And I guess this is
You should have come with Kai.
your call.
Thanks for lending...
You know how they say your life flashes?
Saw it all.
Yeah, back when I'm Captain Hop. Oh, if I'm
I'm sure it'll...
that bastard.
Well, you didn't tell
I had
me.
to give the
That'll get you busted.
That I got
In that case. So for now...
Kuwana.
Huh?
Kuwana. In fact, he pal.
I would...
Still. What?
He and I... I wish you... And stay down. waste. Really, guys?
So, we off to see Mamiya? I'm ready whenever you are.
Yep, let's go.
Alright, let's do this. If your theory is accurate, then Mamiya was involved, and even if that's a...
Yes?
Hi, it's Yagami. I dropped by with Genda Law the other day.
Not again.
I have just a few more questions I'd like to ask you.
You told me the last visit would be your only one. Seriously, please.
I suppose I
So
should
what?
mention that my partner here is
Never heard of
Sugi.
him.
He's based in the murder. You and Sawa-san, after leaving,
What is it you want? Now go.
maybe you'll remember. He was your home, just like,
So why am I being singled out?
believe me. But right now, you two weren't necessarily...
If I had to say, we weren't on the...
How convenient.
My husband will be home.
I'll give it my best shot.
Exactly, thanks for hearing us out.
Hold on just a moment.
Huh. Wonder what's
wouldn't
Should we ring again?
Sorry to keep you waiting. I just wanted to clean up a little.
Is your son home today?
He's at English school right now.
Doesn't your husband help?
Excuse me, but you are in no place to make those... Well, what is it?
Do you remember Mitsuru Kusumoto?
Yes, we were classmates and...
He jumped off the school's roof after... I hear he's...
Weren't you going...
I was, and strangely enough, Kitakata...
Well, you're
and would
right.
you say you're all...
Yes, but...
I understand. The
Excuse
when
you?
Aki hear the whole thing was...
You need to leave. Right now!
Dude, no one would even think, but if it was that way... But as luck would have...
If you don't get up the second...
It took me quite a long... But once I learned Yoko, she was in your home... just before I could... That same...
What is it you want from me?
Mamiya-san. He may be...
I don't know.
Well, I'm will...
Oh, God.
See for yourself.
No.
This was recorded at Kurakawa. It was well hidden. Your Kitakata-sensei had it on a USB drive. He really didn't want this thing being seen. The most interesting part is the date. It's the very same day Mitsuru Kusumoto jumped off the school roof. And hanging out in the back, we see you, laughing and cheering right along with the other bullies.
Guess it's safe to say it's a good thing your family wasn't home. Wouldn't exactly want them seeing this, would we?
Has this video come up? Has Kitakata-sensei ever mentioned to you that he had it?
Please. Please delete it.
Considering the angle, I get the feeling that this was recorded in secret. And based on your reaction, did you even know it existed?
You know what happened to Mitsuru-kun. He's been in a coma ever since what you did to him that day. But still, only one of you took the fall. Shinya Kawai took all the blame. Well, sorta, being that he got fired, Kitakata-sensei took heat too. Still, you all just moved right along with your lives. You've even got happy little families. What? Are you expecting someone?
Amiya-san?
Well, I knew it would happen someday.
What do you mean?
Looks like she wanted some company over.
Well, this turned into a shit show.
And would you look at that? Our old friend Akahike-san showed up to play up. So you are all working.
What should we do with them?
Break everything. I have an old...
Huh?
Let's not cut.
Hey, you think this is your personal jail, Yagami? What makes you think...
Well, it's the safest spot.
Yeah.
Hey, cool. What's your call? We kick...
Oh, quick.
What?
You'll know once. She called up her...
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about that! Fuck those...
Now that Higashi...
What do you intend?
First you'll tell...
Then let's get this over.
Let's start with the video. Any thoughts you'd care to share? I found it on a flash drive in Kitakata-sensei's room. Or should I say, Kawana's. I take it that means...
Yes.
That means Kawana...
Yes.
If that's the case, Kawana-san didn't show that...
We didn't find out about...
Why exactly
Kitakata-sensei's.
What?
If that video came out after all...
Yeah, but you guys could have...
We might have caught some... But that's only how...
You're saying...
I have... If the world... And what he's the son of a woman who drove a kid to attempt suicide, his life would be ruined. That recording is more than kids being cruel. Mitsuru jumped...
I get it.
Same for all my postgraduate. One started his own...
They're all in...
Exactly. He waited, and when that...
When was the first time Kawana...
5 years ago. At first, Then without so much... He's a psychopath!
Well, all you kids...
I never lashed out at... We were just lucky, and why did this happen?
I'd say it's because you'll sling your...
You said it was fought. Reminds me of something Shirosaki said. There was this guy.
Then it was you.
No!
Wasn't us, huh? So you're
All
not...
Sensei told us was to... And bring him back with...
Did Kawana tell you what
He needs to be there. And if we were... So we all went to... Considering...
But doing nothing.
Yes.
Yeah. So then...
We were direct after that.
So you left him...
We had to.
What did it say?
Nothing. There was only a video. It was of all of us, pushing Kawhi into the van. Turns out he recorded what you can see all our faces so clearly. How we covered Kawhi's mouth as he screamed for help. Even if you know all the backstory, the video is a clear-cut abduction. As I was watching it, when I saw it, I just went cold. That's when I knew I would never be able to escape him. It was a picture of anyone who's...
And that...
Since then...
He's giving you
that
orders?
man, he makes us accomplices.
Murder? What the hell?
And he doesn't even give a student. As far as I know, I think he's killed. At least.
7?
So his idea...
He said anyone who... Until society that way.
Not sure I should say this out.
Let's not.
So was the murder... We know Mikoshiba drove Ihara-san to suicide. That has to be why And how you...
Not just me. Grabbing Miku. All the people.
So that's how...
We had an unspoken agreement. He just makes us his accomplices somehow. But the one thing we can't ever... If we do, he'll send it. And then Kawhi's... And we know that...
He's preserving one of his murder victims?
So as long as...
Sounds to sitting on his dress. Through these strange... So
that he was... The lawsuit played about Yoko...
How do you...
From you... After...
So... No. She...
It's not...
Who is it?
Block number. Hello?
Yo, know who this is, Yagami?
Kawana?
Yeah.
Where are you?
I'm willing to meet you now.
What?
All right.
Works for me.
What? Pretty sure.
Listen.
He told me to... Well, here... No. Really, guys?
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございました。 Hope you don't mind I let myself in. Now, are you gonna hold up your end and release Yui Mamiya? Come on. You and I can either try to make this work, or neither of us is gonna get what we want. So, you gonna make the call or what?
Hello? Yagami-san?
I'm with Kawana. You can let Mamiya-san go.
Got it. Will do.
Sorry about all this, Yagami. Why don't you sit down? Maybe it's time you and I had a heart-to-heart. How's Kaito holding up?
Kaito-san's recovering in the hospital. For now. Sawa-sensei is another story, though.
I can hardly believe it. She was the last person I wanted to get mixed up in all this shit.
If that's the case, why were you already waiting in her apartment? RK's top men were lying in wait over there to get their hands on you. So why was she the one lying on the ground? Answer me, Kawana. Was it because of you?
Would you feel better if it was?
How dare you?
You're thinking that if you hadn't stuck your nose in her affairs, she might be at home grading her papers right now. You tell me, is that what's eating away at you right now? Because if it is, you're mistaken. That guilt is mine alone to bear. It's my burden to carry. When I saw on the news that she had been murdered in cold blood, it felt like the whole world had stopped spinning to me. I would take it all back right now if I could. But unfortunately, to fix this, I'd need to turn the clock back further than you'd think.
You mean back to when you were a school teacher?
Yeah, basically. Back to when I still had a little faith in humanity. Seeing someone's life get cut short, you never really bounce back from it, do you? But I don't have to tell you that. I did my homework on you, Yagami. It seems you were a fairly accomplished lawyer. You even scored a murder acquittal. But we both know how that ended. The death of an innocent young woman. You and I are the same. We both have scars. And they're the type of scars that never fully heal.
Yeah. Maybe you're right.
But for Sawa-kun, it was 13 years ago. The very day before Mitsuru Kusamoto jumped, she stopped me in the hall so she could tell me about how serious the bullying really was. Up until that day, I just assumed it was boys being boys, teasing. I figured it was harmless, that they'd get bored with it, and then they'd move on. I mean, come on. Kawai had to have been twice the size of Mitsuru. It's not like I'd seen any fighting. So I warned him not to overdo it. And eventually he would take the hint.
Well, according to what I was told, you smirked, actually.
Yeah. I guess that's what I did. That was too late. Sawa-kun had to point it out. Sensei, how could you be so blind? She asked. Her eyes were this piercing mix of pity and scorn. According to what she told me, nearly half the class was bullying Mitsuru. She said she'd seen him at the station. She made it sound like he had half a mind to jump onto the tracks right then and there. I'm not so presumptuous anymore. But back then, I used to think my students were my biggest fans. I thought I'd won their hearts and minds. But the look on Sawa-kun's face that day made me see the truth. I couldn't just go on smiling like nothing happened. So I decided to do my homework. The next day, I put a hidden camera in the classroom after school.
So you admit that you're the one who recorded that video?
Yeah. You saw it, right? Talk about the ugly side of kids. Hard to watch, wasn't it? Unfortunately, by the time I picked up the camera and saw what it recorded, Mitsuru had made his jump. I missed him by a few crucial moments. What happened in that classroom was the final straw. Later on, all the bullies were asked what happened. Each and every one of them lied. Kawai started it. It wasn't our idea, they said. To anyone outside of it, all they'd seen was Kawai forcing Mitsuru to do his bidding. So the people held culpable were Kawai and myself. The callous homeroom teacher who deliberately turned a blind eye. That was the day I began living my life with real purpose.
So you couldn't forgive your students who got away with bullying. You went so far. You put aside your own life to make sure they atoned somehow.
That's right. Mitsuru Kusamoto's still a vegetable. He's as good as dead. But I don't care. We have no right to forget about him.
You say that, even though Sawa-sensei ended up paying for it. I'll ask you again. Why were you at her apartment the other day? Don't dodge the question this time.
I wouldn't say I dodged it. But I suppose I should explain from the beginning. 4 years ago, there was a suicide at Sawa-kun's school. It was her own student this time. You know this, right? A student at Seiryo High School? Toshiro Ehara.
Yeah.
When she was in court, Sawa-kun had no choice but to say there wasn't any bullying. Soon as she told me that, I knew Hiro Mikoshiba would be my next target. Of course, she had no idea about any of that. When Sawa-kun learned Mikoshiba had been murdered, though, she reached out to me herself.
What did she want?
She had a sneaking suspicion that I was involved in his death. She called me a few times, prodding carefully for answers. Quite the perceptive lady, really.
And? What kind of answers did you give her?
I denied any knowledge of it, but at one point, she mentioned something kind of odd. That there was a detective at the school already investigating the incident.
Huh?
She meant you, of course. A detective already knee-deep into the case, despite the police barely even knowing about Mikoshiba. The police are a pain in the ass. But when an out-of-town detective comes sniffing around, that's bad. I knew I had to act fast to get you off the trail. Although, Sawa-kun was a problem too. I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone.
And then what?
First, I found out where the two of you would be meeting up, at that little cafe. Then, I hired the Liumang to step in. But you put up one hell of a fight. They had strength in numbers, but you would have taken out the whole group if I hadn't stepped in. Nonetheless, my other message went through. At the same time, Sawa-kun was handed a photo of Mikoshiba's final moments. I left that task to someone you know. Yui Mamiya. They hadn't seen each other in 13 years. Sawa-kun had no idea.
The lady in the sunglasses. Yui Mamiya was involved in that too?
Everything I did that night was intended as a warning to Sawa-kun. Although, I guess I didn't have to be so extreme about it.
Yeah. Sawa-sensei was too smart. She must have started suspecting that you'd had something to do with Mikoshiba's murder. After all, who else could have known we'd be meeting at that cafe? She'd have traced it right back to you.
Even if Sawa-kun had started to suspect me, I knew she wouldn't sell me out to the cops. We're too alike. The both of us lost students to suicide on our watch. That said, I couldn't bear the thought of dragging her down into the mess I started, so I scared her off, and I thought she would stay away. The day she was killed, she called to ask if we could speak in person. I could tell something was wrong. She was on the verge of tears the whole call. Then she broke down. I asked her why, of course, but she wouldn't give me a straight answer no matter how I tried to phrase the question.
So then what? Did you just waltz on over there? It doesn't seem like you.
Watch it. You don't know me well enough to say that.
Maybe. But I assume you had some sort of plan going in. Were you gonna confess to her?
Here's the thing. If she'd figured out that I was behind Mikoshiba, and it didn't sit well with her, I would have told her every last detail. Sawa-kun knew. I think she would have understood me. Or at least that's what I had believed. In hindsight, I think she was forced to make that call. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure she'd have rather washed her hands of me. Hard as it is to hear, I think she called me under duress. RK probably had her hostage. That would explain the vague responses. That's probably why her voice was trembling. It's tragic.
You mean it was RK? Why do they want you so badly anyway?
I don't know.
What?
If I knew their angle, I'd be doing more than just scurrying around.
You serious?
Believe me, I'm just as clueless as you are, much as I hate to admit it. Honest, I'm not thrilled that a small army wants my head on a platter. Have you noticed how RK seems to show up at the worst possible times? Someone must be pulling their strings.
Then we're on the same page. At least we agree on something.
Just a sec. Yeah. I'm still over here with Yagami-san. You're not being tailed by any of his guys, are you? Okay. Then I'll meet you right now. That was Mamiya-kun. She said she's free. You guys have been true to your word. Tell Sugiura-kun that I said thank you.
Now you want to go? We still have some business to settle here.
Now remember, I'm the handyman here. Let me do the dirty work. I don't know what else to tell you. But you need to get out while you still can.
If you disappear into the night, I don't want to go busting my ass just to find you again. Before you leave, I'll need some contact info. A phone number would be nice.
Oh, no need for that. As far as I'm concerned, this is goodbye.
I wouldn't count on that.
You won't get away.
Now look at you!
Damn it! Get back here!
Where'd he go?
Kawana!
You guys again. You really need the masks? Come on, Kurakawa kids.
You heard that, right? The detective here already knows everything.
Kawana!
What are you going to do now? What do you think happens when he spills everything? Sounds like your lives are over, unless you shut him up.
But Sensei, you'll finish the job for us, right?
Huh? Is that you, Akaike?
Oh, he's even got a name to your voice.
But... answer me, Sensei!
I know. I'll be the one to finish it. You just knock him out.
Okay then. Time to learn your lesson!
Come on. What kind of lesson is this? Kawana? Oh no, Kawana! Really? So nice of you to stick around. Bamiya-san. Well, since Kawana couldn't stay, sounds like you're not out of the woods just yet, huh?
"13 years in the past. Mitsuru Kusimoto plunged himself into a coma, sealing his fate alongside Kawana's. Ridden by guilt, Kawana sets off on a path of vengeance, and the bullies he drags with him are shackled to the shadows. However, Yokosawa's murder serves as a deadly wake-up call to what he's done.
What are you doing?
Getting your identification on record, so you won't be a threat to us anymore.
What?
And I think you owe us after... Your carriage awaits, Mamiya-san.
Don't tell me we're going back
We
to the...
sure are. But try not to... Higashi, you already called Sari-san and the gang, right?
Yeah, I let them know what's up. They said they'll have...
Did Shirosaki-sensei say anything? Sounding a little smug?
Whatever, man. Still, with Mamiya-san.
Finally. Well, we still got time till Shiro...
Huh?
Sure. I'll
Yeah.
call you.
By the way...
Yeah, so... And they can...
Make...
That's not the Yakuza...
Isn't
Fine.
that...
So...
Hey, Yagami-san, it's Sugiura.
Hey,
Shirosaki-sensei and the others.
got it.
Thanks.
Really, guys? Great. More of them. And stay down. Really? You too, Genda-sensei?
What? Am I in?
Of course not.
Why are all these people...
We've been waiting for you.
Good.
Oh, and...
Looks like she got... But we're still not to figure that...
Exactly.
That said...
Fine. Let's get this over with.
Pout all you want.
Ihara's assault. So Kawana...
Can you confirm
Yeah,
if
yeah.
the person who... And my understanding.
That's right.
What was cool?
Didn't you hear that stand?
You mean Kawana? So this Ihara...
But some spots...
That part...
Oh.
You can print
Well,
things.
it's so if
I don't know the...
something like
What
this.
the hell?
I see. His eyes are hidden behind the sunglasses.
It's incredible, I must say. And with the
This is no time.
Assuming Kawana...
I'm of the same...
Okay.
What do you make of this?
I mean, the one run.
There is the stand-in
Yep.
turn.
This came up.
Uh-huh.
So the guy...
Yes. I didn't.
Can you take...
That's the... Right.
How should we be looking at this?
The guy getting taken down in the footage is the Rayleigh Harrison. Sensei had already switched places with them before the scene happened. No one saw through his disguise.
Makes sense. His sunglasses were removed.
Also the person who nobody tried to stop at the most important part
Right.
of it, more or less.
So basically... Any thoughts after seeing this?
Stop it.
You're gonna look away.
I mean,
Who put
yes,
the-
Sensei did.
So that would...
Yeah, his son, and that's the real Vic. How would the...
So cool.
I guess you.
Yeah, nobody...
I can't.
Yeah.
Speak.
How about this?
What's...
We made it. We've all... If that sounded...
Is I get...
How about this?
And the...
Before... Right. Thanks, Hoshi. At the year... If and frankly... Huh?
Sense after that.
So even these...
Yeah.
Anything...
This piece...
Is that...
The police exam... From the...
That's right, but the...
I take...
That's when I... After that? What the police... The court...
You really...
Yagami-san, you sure that's enough?
Yeah, I think at the very...
The courts...
Are you saying you...
I am.
Why do
Well, as the doesn't matter.
And we'll talk...
Sounds good.
We'll do.
So,
Cheer up.
Yo,
Yeah? Why?
I mean, she helped Kuwana kill all those people. Aren't you...
Frankly, we don't...
What? So
Nothing direct, which means... Come on.
you would...
What?
But if it... But don't...
Thanks for the...
Dude.
I wish you had...
Come on, bring it!
What a waste. You morons.
Let's go.
What a waste. Hmm? Wish you hadn't. Really, guys?
So, you're recommending an appeal? Did some new...
Yui Mamiya told us some things. Like how you wanted the sexual. Your goal.
Ahara, like as you're on the day of.
Except that you want. And you'd miss out on that opportunity if you were at home, which is why you were in Ijincho instead. Isn't that right? You and Kiwanis, then you'd remember, you and, there's, As for what you did...
Okay.
Hang on. As for what you did...
Okay.
Hang... As for what you did...
Okay.
As for what you did...
Okay.
As for what you didn't...
Okay, and... What
As for what you...
Okay, and...
Hang... As for what you did...
Okay, and...
As for what you did next after beating Mikoshiba...
It's quite a home video.
Without leaving any estimated time of... You tossed the bloody coat and made your way to Ikebukuro Station.
Are you sure? I was at Ikebukuro by 7:30 a.m. Would have been impossible for me to kill Mikoshiba and Ijincho.
The person in the security camera footage in Ikebukuro was a double who imitated your likeness. The identity of whom belonged to Jin Kawana, the handyman in Ijincho. Former high school... So which...
I don't know.
With That's where you touched the police. Then you made your way to Shinjuku Station. After that, Kawana jumped out of the train and Mamiya chased after him. And then, in the smallest of blind spots in a station absolutely packed with cameras, you were waiting for with the two Kawana and
An active as the
Half the problem. There's nothing. Everything.
That's what because
what
Tosh my was some what?
That
was it?
Not.
So the first
I was and
if the to
but you
no
some
yeah
this I just got lucky. There was some dirt on Yui Mamiya that Kawana could have used against her. If we hadn't found it, there's no way we would have gotten her to talk.
What are you talking? Of course, they
no.
The prosecutor
I hear it, but
what's
and yeah, you think that's what more and that's what and how she what the I go the first
so yes.
Let's go, Sari-san. We better act fast.
Yes, agreed.
Yagami-san, Sawa-sensei's death isn't on me, even if I have grabbed the tiger by the tail.
By that logic, listen to me. We're gonna that's the only...
I'm going to fill...
Sure thing.
So then, Ihara admitted to killing Mikoshiba, did he?
Off the record, yeah.
Sounds like you were productive.
It's enough.
The section to clear and...
They're only
In
saying...
reality, at the very...
You really...
Are you saying...
So without any... And...
To be honest.
What?
Saori-san.
Yes.
You have...
Listen, have we not fought?
True.
So how can I didn't... Hardy
We should listen. Yes, Miko, we need... And
So...
and if it's which not the only...
Well, get out.
Yep.
You heard him.
Hello?
Yagami-shi, are you...
Yeah, why? Are they now?
Yeah,
You think so?
I see.
Things are...
I thought I could keep up.
Oh, you morons.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Want to slow down, Yagami-san?
Why is this? What a waste. Starving. Pretty tasty, thanks.
ありがとうございました。
Wow, Kuwan, but there's like what? Like what?
Yeah. But when they...
Wait, they're strengthening
Kun of Akutsu are sitting... I'm quick on my...
Yeah, don't...
Hello?
It's Shirka.
Yeah, what's up?
I was thinking back, so I want
Which part?
the part about Harasana.
Yeah.
Well, what's tormented? That event was the title. Yes. So if she, there's no with her level, which would.
And you? Yeah. Yeah. This is
Quite a compliment.
Yagami-san.
Well, she...
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Take a look. It hasn't even been a full year yet.
Looks like she's
yeah,
still...
There's
The ministry, vice ministers.
Big time. And in that...
some kind of...
Fair enough.
Right. Still... And especially...
Well,
maybe...
would it-
Mitsuru...
Yeah.
If he's in...
I get.
What's what now?
breaking...
And?
It's hitting the network news.
Why are they looking for...
Shouldn't...
It's also police are.
Yeah. On that... The police...
Ask.
Been a while, Hutch.
Yeah, I guess...
I take it you Kawano was
But I
caught
saw... Plus...
because the big boys.
So this is all...
Why are you so stick your private?
I was thinking... Abe-san?
Yaga, despite all the...
What?
He's on... But...
Won't...